a lot of you guys have been asking for it, and you want to know about karate and stuff, so I'm going to teach you a lot about karate today, and just like basics and things like that. And if you don't know, I am in karate, and I am a green belt. More on green belt stuff later, but let's get into it. Let's learn about karate. So karate comes from Okinawa, Japan, at least the style that I train, which is called Shorin-ryu. That's the style of karate that I train. And yeah, now just some common like terms, terminology for karate. So a uniform, which is this white thing I have on here, is called a gi. This belt that I have on is called an obi. I always think of Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars, if you're a Star Wars fan, when I think of the belt. And then the training room, the place that we train, the place that we do karate, is formally called a dojo. At Goodyear School, we do it in the K3 Flex space, if you know where that is. And we do that on Tuesday nights, every Tuesday nights, just once a week, but every Tuesday night from like around the time school starts, like September-ish time, till like the time school ends, so like May, the end of May like time, that's when we do it. So it goes the whole school year. But we don't do it like over breaks, so we don't do it over Christmas break, and we don't do it over the summer and things like that. And it is through Goodyear Community Ed. It's for all ages from, I believe, 2nd grade until, obviously, until you're out of high school, because if you go to college, it's not really easy to get to the classes and that kind of thing. Anyhow, then for the belt colors or the obi colors, we start with white. That happens after your first day of karate. So the very first day you train karate, you are considered a white belt. Then we have gold belt, which you have to test for. So after white belt, you have to test for every belt to get there. We have gold, then it's blue, then it's green, which is what I am. Then it is purple. Then there is brown, which has 3 different degrees of brown. Then there's 10-degree black belt. I know, a lot. 10 degrees of black belt. Then there is a red and white in between, which, I mean, it's in between, but nobody really actually, like, uses that fully, I guess. And then red, which is master. So that means like you've mastered everything in karate. You've learned all of Shorin-ryu karate. There's nothing more for you to learn, and you are the best of the best. So yeah, those are the belt colors. And yeah, so that's kind of the basic starts of karate, the basic like knowledge, terminology, things of karate. Yeah, let's get right into the punches, the kicks, the blocks, the stances, all of that. I'm going to talk about stances first because we use those for a lot of our punches and kicks. So stances that we have is this one, which is called Kibadachi stance. So your knees are bent, your feet are a little bit more than shoulder width apart, and yeah, make sure your knees are bent good on this one, and then that's how you can like punch. I got my hands at home, which is right at the sides, with your elbows bent at like a 90-degree angle. And that's the most common stance for punches and blocks that we use. The next stance is called 7-3 stance, which is where you have your foot, like your front foot up like this, and it's kind of like a split stance. So you got your front foot up and your back foot down, and then you're set. You can kick off your front foot, or you can kick off your back foot, or you can throw punches off this too, you know. You can throw punches off of this stance. So that one's for kicks and punches, both. Then we got big Zenkutsu stance. This one's more for like blocking, I guess. We use this in a lot of our like katas, more on katas later, but we use this in like a lot of katas. I don't really know what else it's used for, but yeah. Then we got that stance, okay. Then we got Masubidachi or something like that, I think it's called, which is like a duck stance. So you stand, you put your heels together and your feet out. And we only really use this to start katas, and there's only one kata that I've learned so far that we start this way. So yeah, only one kata that I know of that we start in this stance. I also call it the duck stance because whenever we do this one, I'm like quack quack, because it's kind of like standing like a duck. And then last stance is 60-40, which is like 7-3, but your foot is your front foot is down flat. You don't have it up. You just have it down. I forgot, there's one more stance, which is called free fighting stance, which is where you want to kind of go to the sideways and just kind of whatever's comfortable for you. Because if you're sideways, there's less for someone to target you. So if you're going to fight somebody, you want to start in this stance so that, like, you can punch right at them, but they can't, like, get you as easy because you're sideways. There's a lot less target area to get. So yeah, that's the basics of that, but then let's get into some punches, which are done in Kibadachi stance. So punches, we got single punches, so you're just punching with one hand at a time, and we got double punches where you punch two, one right after the other, and then triple punch, which is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So one right at their nose, one right at their like chest / like gut area, I guess, and then one right at like their groin leg area. Yeah, so that's punches. And then we got kicks. So we got front snap kick and back snap kick. Those are the two kicks. They're just two of the most common kicks. We got other kicks too. So we got roundhouse kick, which is my favorite kick. So that one, you're at your side, you turn your front foot all the way, and then right there, slap them. We got crescent kick, which is where you're just slapping, you're just kind of slapping them. We got hook kick, where you kick with your heel. What else do we got? We got side kick, where you're kicking from the side. So yeah, we got that. All these kicks you can do off of both legs, both ways, whatever, things like that. Let's see, we got jumping scissors kick. So you jump with that one. See how high you can get. And then there is tornado kick, which I am not good at, by the way. That was my attempt at tornado kick. Not very good at that one, but it is cool if you can like get it down. But that one is hard. It's hard to do. But I practice it in karate to try and get better at it. I'm not the best at it though. Alright, so That's all for punches and kicks. Now let's move on to blocks. We got rising block for punches. We got inside block for punches. Outside block for punches. Knife hand blocks for punches. Lots of different blocks for punches. For kicks, we got just a standard down block, like this. That's pretty much the blocks, at least that what I know from being a green belt. That's just like what I know. So yeah, I think that's all on punches, kicks, and blocks. Yeah. Let's go into Goshins now. So Goshins are a way to get out of chokes and holds. I can't really show you a lot of these since I don't have a partner to do them, but like if people like grab you, there are different like karate moves you can use to get out. We use that Zenkutsu stance to get out of them, with a rising block and a down block. We use our hands, our arms, like anything that we can do to get away. Elbows, different stances, like so many ways to get away from people that we use when we do Goshins time at karate. And then another thing to do kind of with Goshins, I guess, is throws and break falls. So we got different throws that we know that I also can't show because I don't have a partner, but we have different throws that we can do to throw people. If they're choking us or holding us, we can throw them, like physically throw them to the ground with moves. Now, of course, when we're in karate, every single move we do, every single like punch, kick, everything that we practice is in a safe manner. We don't hurt any of our fellow karatekas, which are what the students are called. So yeah, we don't hurt any of our fellow karatekas. Also, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video that the teacher is called the sensei. We don't hurt any of our fellow karatekas when we're practicing. So if we're throwing somebody, we do it gently if they want it done gently. We don't hurt any of them. If we are throwing them at full force, they know how to properly fall so that they don't hurt themselves. And I know how to properly fall too. So if someone were to do something to me where they throw me, I know how to properly fall. So some of the falls we got floppy fish, which is the most common fall you'll do all the time. So floppy fish, you're on the ground. Well, you wouldn't be on the ground, but we practice this from the ground. So you got one leg up like this and one leg kind of like straight out, and then one arm up for protection, and you just flop. You just flop. But I will show you this one from a stand since I can do it properly from a stand. And you need to know how to do it properly from a stand in order to fall. So whichever side you want to fall on, so let's say you want to fall on this side of your body, you're going to kick that leg out. That's what I do. You kind of like kick it out, hold it out there, and then you just slide down and you just fall like that, safely and calmly. But when we do it in karate, we do it on mats. So we use the wrestling room and we do it on the mats in there, so that we're not falling onto a hard surface and we're not hurting ourselves. Everything we do in karate that like I mentioned, is safe. So yeah, that's one fall to break your fall from getting thrown. We also got forward facing fall. So if someone pushes you from behind, you know how to fall safely without breaking your wrists. Now, of course, if that was done in fast motion, if someone just pushed you as hard as you could from behind and you didn't know they were coming, you probably will still break your wrists because you aren't ready for it and you're trying to stop your body at full force. But you want to keep your arms flat out and you want to land on this part when you do it. I don't like to do this one from a stand, so I'm going to do a crouch or like knees. So, and then you want to say dose when you fall to get the air out of your stomach. And make sure you cross your legs at the end so that they can't like kick you or hit you in that area. And then we got a back one too that we only do from a crouch to keep ourselves very safe. Which you just kind of fall backwards and yeah. So those are break falls that we got so we can properly fall if someone throws us or like pushes us or something like that. We can also use them even if someone just like punches at us too, to knock them down and make them hurt, and get away from them. Because if they're down on the ground, you run the other way. If they were hurting you, you knock them on the ground, you run the other way. Get going. Get going. Call 911, get help, do whatever. Yeah. Get going. And then the last part, the last big aspect of karate is katas, which is a sequence of karate moves put together. Yeah, basically that's what it is. A series of karate moves put together in an order that we do, and that's like the biggest thing that we have to be able to do to pass to get to our next belt level. So I'm going to show you the first ever kata you learn in karate at a white belt level, and then I'm going to show you one of my favorite katas that I like to do. Alright, so starting with the first one, this is called Nahachi Shodan. Every kata has a name too, by the way, but this is Nahachi Shodan. So, Dose! Dose! And then you just bow it then. That's the first ever kata that we learned. Now I'm going to show you one of my favorite katas. This one is called Rohai. So in this one you start in that Masuba Dachi stance or whatever. The duck quacking one. Dose! And that is Rohai. Kata. Yeah. If you want to see more katas or more things, let me know. If you have any questions about this, put them in the comments below or DM me. If you want me to do a Q&A karate video, let me know either in the comment section or DM me on Instagram. My username is Fitz_possible on Instagram. Otherwise, we'll talk to you guys soon, and I hope you enjoyed this video of me showing you guys what I know about karate as a green belt. Also, like and subscribe for more like this. Thank you, and have a great day, Fitz Possibles, and everybody else watching. Thank you for watching.